What's going on, man? Welcome back to the basement. I'm Ron, and it has been a long time. I'm actually looking right now. It's been a long time since we streamed, and I miss it. You know, we do it daily from August until kickoff. We do it sporadically throughout the year after that, but I haven't streamed yet. It's been 4 months. I haven't streamed since week 14, man. It has been a long, long time, but today I'm here to hang out with you guys, to draft. I was going to say some teams, but we're just going to do some mock drafts. We're going to do some rookie mock drafts. I don't know how many, really just however many I feel. Because honestly, there's no good rookie draft ADP right now. So I figured we could do like 3 or so, and it wouldn't really be like, not ADP per se, but like a decent gauge of kind of where things are at as like a resource for future videos. But how are we? We got Genji in here. It's been a while, man. I miss streaming. We're gonna do rookie mock drafts today, but this is really just me hopping on here, reconnecting with you guys. I feel like I haven't really talked to you guys in a while, haven't really hung out with you guys in a while. And don't hold me to it. You guys know how bad I am at keeping promises and sticking to schedules. The goal is every Wednesday to be streaming. Wednesday night, right now it's 8:25 p.m. The goal would be like around 8 p.m., around 7 p.m., something like that. But look forward every Wednesday at night moving forward, we will be streaming whether it's rookie drafts, whether it's drafts on Underdog, whether it's a Dynasty startup mock draft, all of that good stuff. Because we should have what we have this Wednesday, we have next Wednesday. The Wednesday after that, I think, is the day before the NFL draft, and then the Wednesday after that, we're going to get Best Ball Manias out. Maybe we'll have guests on. I don't know, but this is the stream slot that I want to stick to. Wednesday, right in the middle of the week, hump day. You know the vibe. We got Henry Mudo in here. We got Brett in here. Already in an FFPC, Henry. Oh, my goodness. We got Salt in here. What's up? Oh, we got Always Drenched in here. What's up? Is it August already? Almost. 2024 was a bloodbath for me. Hope it worked out better for you, Ron. It was a bloodbath for me as well. I will be straight up. I mean, I've been pretty transparent about it. We got Among Us in here. What's up, Kevin King jersey? You're killing me with that. But how are we? How are we doing? Let's actually. All right. So I'm rusty. I'll be honest in terms of streaming, connecting with you guys. Yeah, smash the like button. Smash the like button vigorously. But like I said, let's hop into let me get Sleeper fired up here. Let me set the parameters. Oh, we got Torsten Burkhardt in here. Hell yeah. From my grandma's country, from Germany. Hell yeah. So we will do a rookie Superflex. We'll do a rookie Superflex 1.5 tight end premium. Draft. All right, we'll make it linear. We will do a Dynasty to quarterback, 12 teams, 30-second timer, rookies only. And we will do 4 rounds of just 4 bench spots is probably the play. Let's see. Let me throw this screen up real quick. Here we are. Man, it has been a while since I've done this. Let's zoom it in a little more. What do you think about, what do you think about that? So let's get us set up here. Jeez, dude. Also, it's a great sports day/week. Fresh off of March Madness on Monday. We got the Masters starting tomorrow. Let me know if you guys got any Masters bets you're sitting on, any Masters bets, futures. What are we thinking? Because I think when I'm done here, I might just sort of get in the lab and get some, open the FanDuel account and get cooking when it comes to the Masters. Let's see. Okay. Superflex, tight end premium, 4 roster spots. Anything I'm missing, fellas? Anything I'm missing? Smash the like. Sub with Justin Fields. You excited? I'm excited. I think it'll be a fun brand of football. regardless, I think it'll be a fun brand of football. That's what I'm selling myself on. It'll be exciting. The Jets haven't had a rushing quarterback since I don't know. I was going to say Vic or Tebow, but that doesn't really count. Got stuck working on a double today. Ron out here fixing the end of the day. Hell yeah, man. What's up? Nice to see you. Nice to see you too, man. Nice to see you all. Nice to see you all. Like I said, I'm just happy to be here. Actually, what I should be doing is sending you is not just bullshitting, and I should be sending you guys the link. So here's the link. My bad, fellas. Yeah, that's because you guys might want to you guys might want to scroll down by position. So let me actually just make it one of each. You don't have to fill your roster. I think that'll be pretty clear. Like, you don't have to fill your roster, but so now you can sort by position if you'd like. All right. So let's get a link. Copy invite link. Here it is, fellas. Here it is. What was today's video about? Oh, it was just some trade targets. Pretty much looked at. I don't know. I'm still getting back into the swing of things. I say I don't know because I thought the video was gonna do better than it did. I don't know. There's still plenty of time for it to do well, but we looked at keep trade cut values versus underdog ADP and found the best value contending pieces off of that, and then decided, what rookie pick I would spend for each veteran. I think it was a good video. We'll see. I'm still getting back to it. I'm thinking in the next couple of days you'll have a rookie running back rankings video, something like that. Let me know what else you guys want to see. Right now, like on top of my head, it's really like rookie rankings, rookie mock with landing spots. I'll probably do like a normal, like this isn't Dynasty, but I'll probably do like a normal mock draft where I just sort of predict the first round. Trade targets. That's kind of what every Dynasty channel is on repeat right now, right? It's trade targets and rookie talk. That's kind of all you can do. But all right, we got to fill this up, fellas. I put the link in the chat here. Make sure, I don't know, if you're around, you can hop in this draft, hop in. I got to be honest, I thought we'd be able to fill this. Any of you guys out there? We got 43 people watching. The link is in the chat. I'll add it to the broadcast here. You can see it. It's in the chat. Just click on it. It'll bring you to Sleeper, and you'll be in a rookie mock draft with us here. What else we got in here? Does this work on mobile? It should. Sleeper is usually pretty nice like that. Bryson's going to win. I don't hate that call. You got Cavs and Lakers to make the finals. That's fun. You watch UFC here and there. It depends on who's on. We got Texas Jeff. Man, these are familiar names here. Link here or Discord. Links here. Maybe I'll put it in the Discord as well if we can't fill this up. You're gonna put today's video on repeat while you sleep. I want to join my girl trying to watch a movie. I can respect it. Yeah, I'll have an updated rookie ranking right after the draft. All right, so we still need 2 spots. Should I hop in the Discord and send this in there? Let me know what you guys want to do here. We got Chris Diaz in here. What's up? What's up? How are we? Chris, hop in this chat. Hop in this sleeper draft here. I'm trying to do a rookie mock with the chat. The numbers aren't adding up. We got like 50 people in here. Man, I'll be honest. I do feel rusty. Streams are a different beast. Where I'm talking with you guys, connecting, trying to make all of this entertaining. All right, I think we're filled. All right, so let's hop in here. As always, I'll actually put the ticker down below. I have my rookie rankings on the Patreon already. They're all updated, and I will be Oh, what the hell, dude? No, the issue is that this is gonna be for redraft. Yeah, so who cares? Whatever. It's pinned in the chat, but I'm gonna be drafting off my own rookie rankings here. Let's hop into it. Let's randomize the order. Oh no, fellas. Oh no. I forgot to hop in. I need somebody to fall on their sword. No. No. Oh, no. All right, fellas, I'm sorry. I either need one person to leave or I got to like make a new one. Oh, Team 11. Oh, all right. Somebody new's in here. This is all right. Team 1 just bounced. All right, perfect, perfect. Sorry about that. That's my bad. All right, let's randomize the draft order and hop straight into it. There's no landing spots. Just to reiterate, is Superflex, tight end premium, rookie mock, nothing fancy. Yeah, I heard like they played like a tribute video for Luka. I was debating like just hammering like 40 plus points or something, but didn't really feel like it. How's he doing? What's he up to there? So we have Genty go 1, we have Tet going 2. We are full. Chris Diaz is in here. Is Chig a sneaky buy with Cam Ward coming in and being the number 2 pass catcher in Tennessee? My gut answer is no. Chig is a tough one because when he was a rookie and we had him on the rookie receiver report, it's like, man, this guy is popping. But with tight ends, it's weird, man. You can be as efficient as you want, but if you're not very good and you don't run a ton of routes, then that becomes a bit of an issue. And even down the stretch last year, like he kind of heated up, but then he also didn't. Like they seem non-committal towards him, and I also think that the Titans are very live to draft a wide receiver in the second round. Like I think they're going to add pass catchers to the offense, and I just don't know that you can ever rely on Chig Okonkwo to run enough routes to be interesting. So instead of buying Okonkwo, I'd rather just re-roll on all of the rookie tight ends. You know, whether that's Arroyo, Fannin, whoever you want. All right, so we have Genty go off the board. We have Genty, Tet McMillan off the board, Cam Ward, Hampton, Burden, Henderson. Give me Travis Hunter here, man. I actually did a rankings update on the Discord very recently, and I'm just completely bought in on the idea of, as of right now, I have Travis Hunter as my 104. It seems like he's going to get taken by the Browns. It seems like he's going to play wide receiver for the Browns, or at least attempt to play wide receiver for the Browns. And people seem so confident that they're like, well, no, he can't do it. He can't play both ways full time. He can't do this. It's like, I'm just not going to bet against a guy that's been defying those odds every step of the way. Like, I'm not going to bet against Travis Hunter being able to play offense or play wide receiver. And this is somebody that like has said that he wants to try playing receiver. There's more money at receiver. He's more impactful to the Browns at receiver. There's a lot of outs here, right? He's going to get drafted highly. He scores well in my model. I did the video where if you played wide receiver, he would be the wide receiver 1. So I'm drafting him pretty highly, man. Like, I just think that he's a really special player. Like, how often are you going to get a guy? He's locked in to be the 2nd overall pick. We haven't had a 2nd overall pick. And now I know that he's getting drafted 2nd overall because he has some cornerback or because he has cornerback capabilities, but still, we've never seen a corner or a wide receiver get drafted 2nd overall since, like, I'm trying to think. We haven't seen it since, is it Calvin Johnson? We haven't seen a wide receiver or corner go 2nd, right? Chase didn't go that high. I'm trying to think. I think so, right? If, like, the thing about Hunter is that if you guaranteed that he would play 80% of the routes or more for his entire career, then yes, I'd agree that he would be my 101. Yeah, you're right. A lot of the top spots need wide receiver more than corner as well. Like, it's pretty much like set in stone. Schefter reported it today, and then also Schefter tweeted it today, and then also all the sports books now have Hunter going 2nd overall is like minus 300. So I don't know. I think he's going to play receiver. He's at least going to try early on, and you have to remember with these guys like Shore, like the thing about Travis Hunter is I'm so certain that he's talented and a good player, whereas a guy like Ted McMillan, I'm not sure, right? Like the floor is so much lower with these guys where Hunter's limitations aren't his own talent or skill level. It is like it's his route percentage, right? It's like how much he's going to play, but we're pretty certain he's a really good player. He's going to get pretty nuts draft capital. I'm trying to ramble as we pick here. Let's do Cam Scatabo. I like Cam Scatabo. Like 207, I think that's a great spot for Scatabo. But with Hunter, yeah, I can wax poetic about him all day. I have him currently as my 104 right now. I just don't want to miss out on one of the, like, outside of, I mean, we talked about it. Like, Lance Zierlein has him as the wide receiver 3 over the last 4 years. It's Marvin Harrison Jr. and Neighbors, and then it's Travis Hunter. And if Malik Neighbors or Marvin Harrison Jr. was in this class, they would be in contention for the 101. So it's a little bit, it's not how I'm completely treating Travis Hunter, because I still have him at the 104 right now. But the closer we get to the draft and the more, certainty we get around him playing receiver, I just want to be in a spot where I'm taking him in rookie drafts. I don't want to, I'm not drafting scared. And again, every player can bust, every player can fail. It's just with Travis Hunter, there's a different downside. And then I take Scatabo there. He tested well enough. Explosive, catches passes. What else is in the chat here? I've been kind of rambling here. Wow, 26 in the first half. Damn, I was debating taking some Luka lines here. We got Hemslinger in here. What's up? Titans drafted wide receiver for sure. They have multiple picks and don't need running backs. Yeah, I think on day 2 they'll draft a receiver. What would you do if you had 6 second-round rookie picks? I'd probably try to get some future assets, and then I'd also I did a video today that's a shopping list where if this is a contending team, you can take one of those seconds and you can flip it for a contending piece if you'd like. Like Tyreek Hill, especially today. I know Tyreek Hill had some news come out where he was involved in like a domestic thing. Tyreek Hill, not the greatest guy in the world, but in terms of like a dynasty buy, I think that he's a pretty dang good one. So if you can turn a second round pick into Tyreek Hill, I absolutely would. Anything else on the clock here? We got Ibuka, we got Golden, Caleb, Jalen Milroe, Neal. I like Neal, but not ahead of Scatabo or Samson. I think that they're just much more alive to get drafted day 2, which is sadly kind of like what we are dealing with right now, is just like projecting draft capital for a lot of these guys. It's that weird spot. We have Higgins at 304 is actually a really nice value. I think I have him as my 208-ish as my wide receiver 6, but wide receiver 6 isn't really saying much in this class. Tempted to go Dart over Sanders. Wow. I can't do that unless if the NFL does it, is my take. As boring as that is. See, this is where it's like, man, I want to be more into the running backs here, but like, especially in this class, it's like take all the running backs, but we're looking at a bunch of day 3 guys, and I'm pretty sure that Jalen Noel is going to go on. I think that Jalen Noel is going to be gone in the top 50 picks. So I'm just going to go with Jalen Noel. I'm starting to warm up to him. I had some concerns when I did the wide receiver rankings video that like he gets used downfield out of the slot and he gets manufactured touches, like rushes out of the backfield. I think that was more of a function of Iowa State not really having many playmakers, especially at running back, but I could be misinformed there. But it seems like his comp is much more of like a Tyler Lockett, like catch the ball and get down, right? Like I think he scores well for Matt Harmon. Shout out to the underdog guys like Josh and Hayden. They're amazing. Like, especially for me as someone who doesn't really watch film, they have these like, not like purely film breakdowns, but they break down players one by one, and you can kind of watch them. I would like throw it on 2X, like a 10-minute video, and just kind of see what they're saying about Jalen Noel, how he plays. And it's just more, it's not super explosive after the catch, which is weird for his archetype, but I think that he was also probably overexposed in a weaker offense is what I would call it. That's insane Higgins value. Yeah, I agree. 304 for Jaden Higgins is pretty nuts. Like he's gonna get top 52. Ewers there is wild. I'm not really big on like these quarterbacks. I'm all good on. Like I'm not really taking Ewers. I'm not really taking Howard. I would take Shuck over both of them. I don't even really like Shuck, but it seems like he's gonna get drafted highly. Got to rep your guy Fannin. I liked Fannin a lot before the draft process, and I've cooled off on him now, but I'm fine with him anywhere in the 3rd. I would take Mason Taylor over him, I think. I think people are way overvaluing their own ability to evaluate quarterback. If Sanders goes top 3, he's legit. Yeah, if Sanders goes top 3, he would be my 108 at absolute worst. At the absolute worst, and he would probably actually be more like my 106. If he goes 3 to the Giants, we'll see. I think we'll actually see, though, in terms of like how the NFL draft will break right now. It looks like it'll be Ward to the Titans, Hunter at 2 to the Browns. And then it seems like there's a lot of buzz that like it could either be Giants for Shador, but it would probably be Giants in a trade back with a team who wants to come up for Carter, paying a 26 first to come up and get Carter. But we'll see. Yeah, I don't think he's going 3 either. I think Carter goes 3. It just comes down to if the Giants stick and pick or if somebody pays a 26 first to get there. Do I think Tez Johnson is worth drafting at all? I mean, he's not in my top 42, right? I have my top 42 rookie rankings right now. I'm staring at him. I don't have him in here, but I would have him like fringe top 50, so like a late 4th, sure. I don't know. If you watch Tez Johnson film and you trust your eyes that much, like go for it. But there's nothing numbers-wise that tells me he's a good pick. And right now he's projected to go in the 3rd round. I really do think off of that combine performance that he's going to go more like, I think he's going to go day 3. So let's see. Jordan James off the board, which is a great pick, man. There's a lot of great running backs to take late here. The issue is that there's still some wide receivers that like wouldn't shock me if they got day 2 draft capital. I actually think so. I think Restrepo, Tez, Horton, Savion Williams are all guys that are dangerous to get day 2 draft capital. But man, I wanted to take somebody more fun than this. There's some running backs I really like here. But this sadly has to be Tyler Shuck, I think. No, I'm going to take Jaden Blue. I'm actually a huge Jaden Blue fan. Jaden Blue is probably my favorite late round running back right now. But I have a bunch. I like him. I like Trevor Etienne. I like Brashard Smith. I like Raheem Sanders a lot. It's obviously going to come down to like which of these guys get drafted and which of them aren't like stuck behind like Will Shipley, what Will Shipley had to do behind Saquon, or like Isaiah Davis and Braylon Allen behind Brees. Oh, we got Not the Expert in here. I watch your videos, my boy. Are there any team landing spots that would have you skeptical for which player? I don't know. I was probably rambling about something that you were commenting on, but I forgot what I was talking about. I think it was probably Jalen. Oh, maybe it was Tez. Maybe it was Jalen Noel. Maybe it was Shador. I'm not sure. I have seen Shuck's underhand throw. Man, he is. I don't know. Again, like it's really more that the NFL loves him. Like it's not even that I like him. But that's our first draft. Like I said, I think we're gonna do a few of these. Jarquez Hunter's another one of those running backs I like. Let's do another. Again, I don't know how many we're going to do. I think we might shoot for 3 here. How long have we been streaming? 23 minutes? I just want to make, like, I don't want to do these forever, but let's do another one here. We'll make a separate draft. Like I said, I might, like, compile these for a video and make ADP out of them. We'll see. A 3 draft sample for ADP is pretty brutal, but at the same time, it's better than nothing. So let's make another one of these. We'll do linear, Dynasty 2 quarterbacks. This time I'll remember to actually join it. All right, I'm going to invite you guys here in a second. All right, so here's the link. There is a link. Let me hop in here. All right. So hop in. Do what you got to do. Did you also watch you also watch my videos, quality content? This is like the Spider-Man meme? Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah. I've seen I'm trying to think of what they're called, but I've seen the Pandas Dynasty before. Come on now. I know my way around a NCAA 14 on the Xbox 360. All right, so we're all filled. All right. I'm a bit rusty. Is really what I'll say here. All right, so let's randomize the order. Got the 6th spot, pretty much the same spot as last time. But all right, let's hop in here. Rookie, Superflex, tight end premium. Everybody is on the clock. You can see coaches liking Taj. Yeah, Taj is fun. There's a lot of there's a lot of really fun running backs. And the brutal part of Dynasty is that we're all going to fall in love with these guys. Like, I like Jaden Blue. I like Trevor Etienne. There's a bunch of guys I definitely like, but it's the day 3 ones. It's so landing spot dependent. Like, I love Bucky Irving, but I do wonder, like, and honestly, you don't even have to wonder if he goes to the Jets instead of the Bucks, right? Where there's not really a path to production. Do we even really talk about Bucky Irving? You know what I mean? So I hate to be so landing spot centric because I usually have been pretty anti landing spot when it comes to the day 3 running backs. Like, it's all that matters. What else we got in here? 110 check-in, hell yeah. So the first 4 picks, we got Genty, Cam Ward, Hampton, Tet McMillan. Pretty standard for the top 4. Lasagna Lover up next. Would I shop Saquon for a young wide receiver like Ladd? If you wanted to, you could. I hate to do this in back-to-back drafts, but I'm going to take Travis Hunter here. Again, he's my 104. We're at 106. He's still on the board. You could talk me into Judkins, but I'm going to go Hunter. But this time, I'm not going to rant about why I like Hunter so much again. I'm not crazy about shopping Saquon right now. Or I guess he's like fine to shop. If you're a contender with a loaded wide receiver room already, I kind of like just sitting on Saquon. Pause, but I kind of like sitting on Saquon on a contender. Like, I put him in the video today, or I didn't put him as a buy, but he, in terms of contending value, he is giving you the same production. I know this is like just very simple. It's like, Ron, this is pretty obvious, but when you break it down, he's giving you the same 2025 production as Bijan and Gibbs for a fraction of the price. That's a pretty good bargain for any contending team. I don't really think that Saquon's necessarily a buy, but I think out of season when he's not impacting fantasy, like if there was a time to buy Saquon, it was during the season if you weren't contending. I think at this point you just sort of ride him, you know? Watch the video from earlier today. If sitting at the 110 on a contending team, would you rather take Caleb or try and trade for a vet? I don't mind Caleb, you know? Like, if you are at the 110, I'd be fine just sitting there and taking Caleb. I think right now, especially at the 110, I'm fine probably waiting and seeing how the draft shakes out. Because I did say, like, for McCaffrey, I want it to be 111 and later. I know that that's, like, you know, splitting hairs between 110 and 111. But at that point, let me see how the draft shakes out. But the 110 for like McCaffrey and a very, very small inconsequential piece is enticing. What's up, Ron? Late to the stream. You running another one after this? I think so. I think we'll do a third. We'll do a third. Real good quality content. I'm curious if you have any tips on what I should do. It's always a good question. Something that I think that I'm pretty that I want to get better at is I feel like I do have to understand that you know, some people are going to be playing Dynasty for the first time every offseason. I feel like I don't really make many videos for somebody that's like, okay, first time, what do you do? Damn, you guys keep taking Milrow. What's that about? How come I can never take Milrow? We're gonna go with Dylan Sampson. When it comes to Dylan Sampson, I'm not really crazy about him, but Lane Zierlein loves him, and so does the NFL. So I'm fine taking him. I think he's just a great bet to go day 2. It's kind of what it comes down to. But if somebody was just getting into Dynasty, what would I recommend they do? Well, I would say in terms of your startup, not to plug my stuff, but I would check out my Patreon, check out the startup rankings I have there. I would bring those into your draft with you. I would check out Dynasty Data Lab, check out their Dynasty ADP. Watch YouTube content. It's a good question. I should have like a better answer of like how to get started with Dynasty. But I don't know. You kind of just like drift from redraft. You consume content from your favorite creators that probably now do Dynasty as well. And yeah, you kind of just get a feel for it. There's trade calculators out there that like aren't great, but you just kind of got to get your feet wet and figure it out. I should probably make some kind of like startup draft strategy guide, but it's so tough. Like once you get like as deep into it I am, I'm only doing maybe one startup a year, so it's tough. Like it's tough to be like something that I only do annually. Here's the optimal strategy for, but I don't know. I mean, I have some like OG videos of like how to dominate startup drafts, whatever, but it's always changing. I don't know. You're kind of exposing me. Like I should have a video or two that's like, you found Dynasty Fantasy Football, here's what you should be doing. So many of your Dynasty leagues have been dying this offseason. Yeah, dude, the turnover rate, especially like post-COVID, has been pretty brutal. It's been pretty brutal. It's kind of the dark side that like no one talks about when it comes to Dynasty. I mean, I'm lucky in the sense that... Hold on, I got to figure something. What the hell is going on? Why is Jaden Higgins going so late in these? I mean, Jaden Higgins at 306, like, sure. And I'm not even really a big Jaden Higgins guy, but what was I going to say? Yeah, it's tough. I'm only lucky because of, the YouTube channel and the Discord. If anybody orphans, it's very easy to find somebody to replace it because, you guys want to get involved in the community. Somebody maybe new to Dynasty is like, oh, I want to be in a league with Ron, and then boom, you hop in. It's all good, but... I could imagine where if it's like a $10 league you started during COVID, and it's not like there's not a great foundation, like definitely leagues are folding. I don't really know the solution to that, and I also don't like. I wouldn't really say that Dynasty is dying. Like I feel like content as well. Like Dynasty content right now is probably doing better than it's ever done in terms of just like across the industry, like getting views, all of that. So it's not like Dynasty is like becoming less popular, but you're right. Like there's definitely a lot of turnover. Like that is the big issue with Dynasty. I wish there was like a better like even if you get guys to put their buy-ins on League Save 2 years in advance, you got guys that are slimy and they'll like leave and then like request a refund from League Safe in the future year. I don't know. It's messy. Is Jaden Reed a buy? I think so. Heading into year 3. August Ron back on the grind. Hell yeah. I love all the familiar faces. I know Love Stars. I know Gabe Walker. What's up? Second round Bird. And yeah, these prices are kind of wild. Devontae Adams and Tyreek Hill. Do I trade them now or hold to maximize their value? Hopefully I am rebuilding. If you're rebuilding, you probably just sell them ASAP, sadly. Yeah, Millwall got an invite to the NFL draft, which makes me think he's going to get drafted earlier. You said Burden's career arc and the rhetoric surrounding it reminds me of Jalen Reagor. It's actually a really good comp. It's a really good comp. He's very scary. I have him higher than this, so I have him like 111. He does have upside. He does look pretty good in a lot of models. I think that the biggest thing for me will be how the NFL feels about him, because if they push him into the second round, kind of similar to what they did with guys like let's do... How are we taking Dylan Gabriel before Tyler Shuck, fellas? I'll do Rashard Smith. Why not? Catches a ton of passes. But what was I going to say? Yeah, and Rager didn't, like, he had, like, one solid season, I guess. I don't know. He's scary. Like like Luther Burden has a lot of downside, but I do like the upside. Like he looks good in models. What was I gonna say? Yeah, like if he like slips into the second round, kind of like AD Mitchell did, kind of like Terrace Marshall did, I think that should really move him down. But if an NFL team picks him in the 20s, you could talk me into putting him over Ted McMillan. If the NFL just like sort of accepts that he's a first round pick and he's really good. I know that that's not the end all be all. It's like, okay, well, Jahan Dotson went first round and Brashad Perriman, whatever, but it's a better signal than him falling, just based on what his like expected draft position is at this point. You said it's interesting how Hunter almost always gets drafted behind Tet when most people think Hunter's more talented. Yeah, I mean, I have Hunter over Tet right now just because, like you said, like I just have him wide receiver 1, and it's like the more you think about it, it's like, okay, he'd be most people's wide receiver 1 if he was guaranteed to play wide receiver. And the more info we get, and like common sense tells us he's at least going to try playing wide receiver. And it's like, okay, if he has like a down-ish year 1 because he only played 50% of the routes, people are still going to be excited about what he could be if he plays all of the routes. And there's going to be reports that offseason of like, oh, Travis Hunter is going to go from 50% of the routes to 80%. He's going to be a full-time wide receiver now. And it's like, I don't know. It like, to me, if you put a gun to my head of like what wide receiver can get into the Jamar Chase Jefferson tier, and I guess if you want to put Malik Neighbors in there, you can. I think Travis Hunter has maybe the best shot outside of those top 3. I guess you can put Brian Thomas in there as well, whatever. But I don't know. I just think Travis Hunter's an alien. That's kind of what it comes down to. You said back half of the first round and early second round look incredible. Yeah, I like the depth. I think especially picking like right in the middle of the second is nice too. You said if I can get Scootin' Tootin' at the 212, I'm going to end up with him in every rookie draft. Yeah, I agree. I don't think this is how it's going to be though. It's very like this ADP is shocking to me. The way these drafts are. Yeah, that's actually a great number 1 rule for new Dynasty players. Hold on to those first round picks. Literally just because the sleeper ADP is low. Dynasty startup, you should draft a team that can contend in the first season. That could be fun. We got Fantasy Stock Exchange in here. What's up? We got Brock in here. What's up? What's up? All right, let's do one more of these in a second. You said you've been really good at redraft. Generally speaking, you're in 3 leagues a year and win at least one, if not multiple. Dynasty is something new for me. Check out the Patreon. Hell yeah. But that's kind of what it is. It's like you play redraft, it's fun, and then you just like you start dipping your toe in Dynasty, and like things kind of go from there, I guess, you know. So Jaden Higgins goes late due to his low sleeper ADP. So that's kind of what it comes down to. Is there's a lot of bad ADPs on sleepers or sleeper. You said, what are your thoughts on Royals? I'm actually coming around on him. It's Jalen Royal, right? Or Royals? It's Royals. That's like a, what is it? Mandela effect? All right, let's do one more, fellas. Let's do one more. What was I about to say? What was I about to say? Oh, Jalen Royals. Jalen Royals. I'm actually a fan. I was looking into it more and more. He didn't crack the top 10 of the model when we did the video a few days ago, but I ended up putting him as my wide receiver 10. He ended up as my wide receiver 10. I actually put him over Torrey Horton, which the model preferred to him. Just because Torrey Horton, I think that he's going to probably go day 3. Jalen Royals does look pretty good. I think he had like decent efficiency. Didn't break out super early, but like decent efficiency, fine size. He looks interesting. So let's do linear draft. 12 teams, 2 quarterbacks, 30 seconds. All right, let's do one more, fellas. I'm gonna send the link in the chat in a second here. I know I'm like way behind you guys right now too, because I got stuck talking about something. Let's see. Who's another wide receiver with Burden's career arc? What you're talking about, like a bad junior year? I would say like Juju Smith-Schuster comes to mind. So you're saying like bad year 1, or not a bad year 1, fine year 1, really good year 2, and then down year 3. For me, what comes to mind is Juju. He's kind of the quintessential version of that. I think a little bit Amon-Ra St. Brown had that, and it's why he fell to day 3. Trying to think on top of my head some wide receivers that looked like that. I think Addison a little bit. Like, Addison wasn't great in year 3, right? Or am I misremembering that? Because I think he had the Bolitnikov at Pitt, and then he transfers to USC, and it was like, it wasn't amazing. But I could be off there. Who had a down final season? I don't know. I'm trying to think. Waddle sort of, but Waddle was hurt. I think Burden is more talented than Rager, but I think he's more landing spot dependent. We did a MDR. I'm assuming that's like sort of mock draft on Mel Kiper's mock today in those landing spots. Really? Yeah, Ayuk is good for Burden too. Burden's fun, man. I do like Burden. He's just scary. Just want to draft Ashton Genty if he's still there at 7. That's what people keep saying, but I don't agree. Travis Hunter must. I would assume that he is like the 101 in like almost in startups at an IDP. I don't know. Hunter's a smash if he goes to the Patriots. I think as of right now, he's going to the Browns. Need one more person in this draft, fellas. Burden can be the next Rashee Rice as your comp. Yeah, that he comes out as that in my comp list as well. Can we get the fan intake? I think the upside is way higher than the third. All right, let's randomize these spots. The issue with Fannin is just like the upside's definitely juicy. For me, I just have concerns about like a team actually wanting to use him. And like I don't know. I guess if he gets drafted on day 2 to a team that commits to using him, I'll be more in on him. But I do just fear that he'll go like day 3 and never really be given a shot. I do see the upside though. Like the upside is he gets drafted somewhere by a team that likes him on day 2. He gets used kind of like how we wanted Dalton Kincaid to get used. I'm gonna go Cam Ward here. That's not the sexy pick, but like every time the Dynasty community is very convinced that a quarterback sucks, like unless if you're Kenny Pickett or Zach Wilson, usually it works. It ends up being a really good player. So I'm fine just taking first overall quarterback. Those guys usually hold value, and they are the guys that have the path to, being this year's Jaden Daniels, the year before that, C.J. Stroud, etc. So I don't know. Fannin is fun. It's just like he's a tweener, and that's just like as of right now, as like the NFL shifts away from tight ends getting lined up on linebackers and more of like Fannin would just get treated as a receiver, and I just don't know that he can win like better than say like even like a Khalil Shakir out of the slot versus DBs, but I don't know. He's one that like it's such a cop out answer to say like I need draft capital landing spot, but I really do. Somebody spit out a what's a like if Harold Fannin like realistically let's say he goes like 60th in the second round, to what team does he become very interesting? Jets would trade Breece Hall if they get Genty. I guess, but I just don't believe the Genty smoke to the Jets. 50% dominator rating is insane. But like the thing is with tight ends is like tight ends just don't care. They just like, not that like, that's a weird way to say it, but like you can do a tight end model and like it just doesn't, the production just doesn't matter. Like it matters, but production matters so much less at tight end is what I'm trying to say here. Wow, Caleb Johnson. I'm not even really a Caleb Johnson guy, but Caleb Johnson gets to us. Give me Caleb Johnson. I'm not really even like, I think I'm lower on him than most, but 203, I'll take him. Big guy. I think the top 5 Dino wide receivers are Chase, Lamb, Jefferson, Neighbors, Brian Thomas Jr., but Hunter's the guy you can see joining that group. Yeah, exactly. The moment he's announced main wide receiver, I think you can make the claim him and Genty are a combo. I agree. You pick Florida to win Natty. What else we got in here? Rose has that dog in him. What else we got in here? Should the Bears draft Genty? Probably. I think Aaron Glenn's going to want to be trench focused in his first year. Yeah, I think that like I think if you asked me, hand to God, what do the Jets do? I think that he takes like his Penei Sewell for the Jets and they go Membu. Better version of Isaiah Likely. See, that's scary. Isaiah Likely is like not that good, and he's also like 6'4" to Fannon's like 6'2". I think Cam Ward's rushing upside is being greatly underappreciated. I don't know what I saw today, but like people cite his rushing yards. They take sacks out of rushing yards on the college stats. On like PFF, I think that he had fine rushing stats, but even again, like you don't need like we're in an NFL right now where I guess like the quarterback landscape, it's really just the top, right? It's like Hurts, it's Lamar, Daniels, Allen, and then after that, it's just a bunch of pocket passers. You made the anti-fan in case, and he's just simply that's the issue I have, man. Like I just don't know. Like somebody to look up, fellas, and I've been burned by him because I'm a Jets fan. Let's make this pick first, real quick. I'm gonna go Jalen Noel. Yeah, why not? Danny, let me know how you feel about Jalen Noel. But yeah, that's the issue, and it's like if you want to like tight end production's cool for sure. It's cool, but like athleticism trumps all. Like look up Jay Samaro, man. Let me pull as a Jets fan. Let me show you my pain. Jay Samaro is someone that always comes to mind when it comes to production at tight end, right? Jay Samaro went to Texas Tech and put up something kind of similar to what Fannin did, man. 106 yards, 1,300 yards, 7 touchdowns. I believe, unless if he redshirted, he was an early declare. He goes to the Jets and does nothing, man. Like, does absolutely nothing. Now, of course, two different players, two different archetypes, whatever. But it's a similar deal of like, it's just like you could put up 1,500 yards in college at tight end, and it doesn't really mean that it will transfer over. Like you have to play either a real tight end role or you have to be more viable than a slot receiver. And it's like the only tight ends that have been able to be like more viable than a slot receiver is kind of just Travis Kelce. Is there anyone else I'm missing? And like you said with Ingram, but Ingram ran like a 4.3. I truly hope that they announce him as a wide receiver to the Browns so I can sign him at 103. Also, the Marvin Harrison Jr. and Brian Thomas Jr. comparison. What's the comparison? Marv is scaring me, man. Marv is scaring me. He's making me rethink everything. The model had Neighbors higher, and I was just like they're both like it's like what's the difference? They're both graded super highly, and Marv has Marvin Harrison's name in terms of market value, but I don't know, dude. I don't know that. I think it's a pretty brutal marriage with him and Kyler in this very run first Drew Petzing offense. I don't know. There's upside there, but like you could convince me that Marv is a sell. You could. He probably is a sell, but I just don't know if I have the stomach to do it. Like I have very few Marv shares, and I'm not really dying to sell any. So who can we grab here? Wow, a lot of tight ends ran there at the end of the third. No, we'll go Terrence Ferguson. Crushed the combine. Makes some sense in tight end premium. You said Warren and Loveland this far on tight end premium is surprising. Honestly, like 109 and 111 is still pretty high. I think that's like about where I would have them in tight end premium. It's just that tight ends are so tough, man. Like even outside of the fan end conversation, just tight ends in general are so tricky. Like I have a tight end prospect model that's like fine, but it's not amazing. And it's just like when you sit down to do pen to paper on a tight end model, you realize like how much it's all athleticism and just like luck is kind of how I would call it. Like Kittle wasn't an amazing producer at Iowa, but he just had a 1 of 1 size adjusted agility score, and then also just like a great work ethic. I don't know, like the guys that were supposed to hit, like Noah Fant should have been a monster. OJ Howard should have been a monster. Eric Ebron should have been a monster. Vernon Davis was good, but like look at the best tight ends of their generation, right? Like Kelsey, Gronk, Graham, Kittle. Like outside of Bowers, none of these guys are like top 10, top 15 picks, you know? So I don't know. It's like, yes, we saw Bowers crush last year, but I don't know. We've seen Kincaid suck. We've seen, I guess like Hawkinson's been a good hit. I'll say Hawkinson's been fine, but he hasn't been like, I'm not dying to spend like the 110 on Hawkinson's career arc. I don't know. Maybe that's talking out of turn without really contextualizing what he's done so far, but it's just tough. It's really tough. You got to be really sure to spend the first round pick on these guys because there's a very good chance that one of Arroyo, Fannin, Taylor, Helm, Ferguson, whatever, is better than one of Warren or Loveland in 3 years. Love to see Mumbu on the Jets. Plug Fannin into the wide receiver model. That might be interesting. You excited for Justin Fields? I'm just excited to see a different brand of football. Rushing quarterback, read option. Yeah, exactly. He has great value upside. I think people overlook that. Fan of Noel, wide receiver 11. I have him a little higher. I'm in wide receiver 8 right now. But I kind of have him in like a big cluster of like him, Io Manor, Trey Harris, Higgins. All the QBs outside the top 4 have little rushing upside, which is why guys like Richardson get pushed up and why we should take a shot in Milrow this year. Yeah, I absolutely love Milrow. But I haven't been in a spot to be able to take him in any of these. You knew I'd pull out the Amaro? Yeah, man. Jace Amaro was just, I mean, God. But what else we got? It's probably the last draft we're going to do. Kind of just bouncing around questions now. So, but the Jets are bad. That's fine. But, I don't know. Like, Dustin Keller's a pretty sick tight end. Hoping Fannin Jr. becomes Jonnu with a downside. What else are you getting with third? Yeah, like that's what I'm fine with him in the third. Man, Ebron was good, but like it was really just 1 year. It was really just 1 year with the Colts. Like outside of that, it's like, I don't know. You're not worried about Marv? I'm legit curious how the model would rank Fannin as a wide receiver. Might have to. I think if Loveland is at 18, I think Seattle will draft him and cut Fant. I don't know. I'd have to look at Fant's contract. I don't know if it's cuttable. Marv to teach you there's never a sure thing. Every player has bust potential. I mean, the thing about Marv is like there is still room to get out, you know? And the thing about Marv too is just that like the whole reason I had him ahead is just because like you're cutting ties. The NFL took him higher, and he's Marvin Harrison Jr. So he has this name value of like this rare air, you know, Prince who was promised. So I do think that he held value very well. Like he's still a 2-3 turn pick, and he had a pretty shitty rookie year. Like if you want to get out, you can get out and still get the 102 back in this draft. I think that's not bad. If that's like the floor. 0.5 titan premium also doesn't change anything for warp. Yeah, that's a good point too. I have a little. I push back a little bit on that of the idea of like, okay, 1.5 tight end premium doesn't change anything. It changes a little bit. I think it changes how viable the tight end is in your flex spot, which makes them a little bit more valuable. But I think it's probably overstated. Like you're right. Might be the first Kyle Williams sighting. Yeah, that's a good pick from Danny. Kyle Williams is fun. I'd like to see him get day 2 capital, though, before I put him higher. Here's what the data says on how rookie wide receivers who play that traditional X wide receiver translate early on. That's fair. It's a weird time right now where we used to like drool over X's, whether that's like, Demaryius Thomas, Dez Bryant, D-Hop, etc. And it's like a different NFL right now where you kind of would rather the flanker slot guys like Neighbors, Ladd, etc. But I mean, like we just saw Brian Johnson was like in theory a pure X in college, then he came to the Jaguars and they used him in the slot and all over the place. So I don't know. Sometimes it's just like you just got to be a baller. Winslow Jr. was good. Just trying to be a weirdo. Yeah. Kaseki RES is insane. He's mid. Yep, that's fair. How do you think Fields will help Brees? I actually think that he's going to help him. Like, it seems like a lot of people are starting to bury Brees Hall because it's like, oh, Justin Fields is there. Lack of, like, I guess, receiving production. But kind of the same thought process we had for, like, Saquon. And I'm trying to think of, like, I guess Henry, but to a lesser extent because it's already assumed that Henry wasn't going to catch passes. But, like, the best running backs last year had a rushing quarterback, right? Lamar Jackson with Derrick Henry. Hurts with Saquon. I'm trying to think if I'm missing one. But rushing quarterbacks help the efficiency of your running back. So if you're going to give up some receiving production for Brees Hall in dump-offs, but maybe we see a spike in his efficiency with like Justin Fields' rushing threat and like a more developed offensive line, right? Another year for Tippmann, another year for Elijah Vera Tucker, another year for Shanu. Maybe we take Membu in the first round. I don't know. I think you're going to get a lot more efficiency out of Brees Hall, which after last year, like it was absolutely brutal for him efficiency-wise. So I don't know. I think it kind of balances out. Like I would say with Fields at quarterback, it didn't really change a ton for me in terms of his projection. Maybe that's like wrong and bad process, but I think we're going to get like a really efficient version of Brees, which is what you want. If I have the 101, you're trading back to the 102 or 103 and picking up a free 27 first while just getting an asset. Just as good, if not better than Genty. I don't know. I don't know if I'm doing that. You're kind of sweating Brees? I don't think I would. Thoughts on Ladd's ceiling, 90 with 1350 in his 17 career games. I'm not buying the low ceiling stuff. Yeah, I agree. I saw. I think it was Jacob Sanderson going back and forth with maybe Dynasty Onion on Twitter. Why I know these like faceless Dynasty accounts on Twitter, but I agree. It's like funny how he's getting like reverse racism of like Ladd McConkey being a white slot that like he doesn't have upside, but he absolutely does. Like you said, if he catches 90 plus balls and like if he gets over like 1,400 receiving yards, like he'd be like an early second. We should be fading running backs in this class. So much talent, stars will fall. What do you mean by that? Milroe goes round 1 in the NFL draft. How high am I taking him? Let's say Jalen Milroe goes 21st to the Steelers. If Jalen Milroe goes 21st to the Steelers, or what is it, 20th? I think it's 21st to the Steelers. It's a really good question, man. If Jalen Milroe goes 21st to the Steelers, dude, I would have him ahead of Shador. I think I would have him like 108. I think like 109, actually. I think that's what I would say. I think 109. Let me know if that's crazy. Let me know where you guys would put him. If he goes 21st to the Steelers, Jalen Milroe, let's say that they sign. I know that McAfee's doing a big live show in Pittsburgh tonight. The rumor is that Aaron Rodgers is going to get announced to Pittsburgh at that live event. We'll see. I don't know. But let's say Aaron Rodgers is a Steeler. They take Jalen Milroe 21st overall. I think I'd take him 9. I think so. Andrew Luck did make Eric Ebron. What would I value A.U. Manor if he never torched Colorado? Come on. Outside smoking like a cigar. Hunter, T-Mac, Bird, and Egbuka, Golden Royals. Io Manor, Higgins, Harris, Betch. Is it Beck or Betch? I think it's Beck. I don't know why I said Betch. Or Besh. Jack Besh? I don't know, dude. I'm an idiot. Golden is going first round. Would you rather bet on Marv or Rome at cost? Probably Marv. Dude, a lot of these year 2 receivers are kind of brutal bets right now. I'm gonna be honest. I might do a video on it. Savion's interesting. He's got like Cordell Patterson vibes, but like that's not great. So Ron, ready for Ron to be back in on Brees? I kind of will be. I think Brian Thomas Jr. is the exception. Yeah, I agree. Van only has 4.5 guaranteed. It seems like they will go Loveland or Arroyo. Huh. Oh, dude, right now I'm in a bunch of, or actually this is what we'll do. I don't want to just, because I do want to, I want to answer some questions, hang around. You know what we'll do? I'll let you guys in on my underdog hell, which of course, as always, we'll get this bad boy going here. Make sure you check out Underdog Fantasy. Use promo code around the match your first deposit up to $1,000. Let's show a couple of things here. So I'm actually going to do a couple of these tonight. I will be honest with you guys. I have too many of these done. I have 75 albatrosses done. Most of them just through auto drafting using rankings that I like. I'm probably too overexposed. I'll be honest, but I'm fine being super aggressive with golf. Whatever, it's golf. Had some extra funds in the account left over from the summer. So these are my exposures where it's a draft for golf, and it is each major is a round of the tournament. So the first round is the Masters, and then so on and so forth. These are the golfers I like, man. I don't know. I'm probably way overexposed at the top here. I might do more and kind of flatten out my exposures, but we'll see. We'll see. Big JT Postone, big Patrick Reed, Sergio Garcia. I don't know. I kind of know what I'm talking about with golf, but I kind of don't know what I'm talking about with golf. But I am on the clock in a billion places. But I've actually now figured out that if I hop on here and make picks at each spot, that I'm not going to be able to answer questions here. So just give me a second. Let's see. Kyle Williams is Scary Terry. That's a very interesting comp. Running QB helps running back production 100%. I agree. What do you make of the Jets saying they are thinking about a split backfield? You watch Jets. Does that hold any water? I don't know why you're capitalizing them, but what am I trying to say here? Well, a lot of these reports have been coming from like Rich Kamini and stuff. I don't know. Like it seems like Aaron Glenn's going to keep stuff close to the vest. I think that they're going to want to split things up with Breece Hall, and like, you know, Braylon Allen's pretty dang good, and so is Isaiah Davis, but most backfields are kind of split. So I don't know. I still think he's going to catch passes, got the high value stuff, and he's going to get efficiency boost from Fields, better offensive line play. I'm kind of in like a fourth rounder. What else we got? You said you'll easily take Hunter and a 27 first for Genty, huh? And this is coming from, I'll give the FSC boys credit, man. These guys were on Ashton Genty last offseason. We had Devy drafts where they're putting their money where their mouth is, drafting Ashton Genty. I'm sitting here where, like, man, like we got you know, stud running backs at Ohio State with like first round, you know, aspirations, and we're talking about a Boise State running back, and lo and behold, he's the best prospect since Bijan. So, respect. Moving up from 111 to 108 to draft Travis, you're sending 111, 26 late second, a 305. I think so. Well, you're moving up 3 spots and you're sending a future 26. I'll be honest, I'd really like to do it like on the clock, knowing that like Travis is available, because you don't want to trade up there and then he's like not even there, you know. Your most draft specialists have 35 draftable RB grades. It dilutes the rookie class in Dynasty. I see. Besh. Savion a better wide receiver than Quentin Johnston. Wasn't JSN brutal this time last year too? No, he was actually sort of cheap, man. Or not sort of cheap, but he wasn't like terrible. Like I had tweets last year where I was coming around on his price where it wasn't that bad. But like I don't know. I'll have to do some comparisons. I'm in slow draft hell, Brock. I'm in slow draft hell. I'll be honest with you guys. You truly don't want to know You don't. You just don't look, man. Just know that. Just know that every time I wake up, every time I have a lunch break, every time I go to bed, and every time I take a shit, I'm drafting. I'm getting slow drafts knocked out. So just know that. Brees stock should go up if he's dealt to a contender like Saquon last year. I agree. You did 26 drafts, slow drafts for golf for the hell yeah, dude. 43% posting, hell yeah, dude. I'm in that. Get some Rob McIntyre and Shane Lowry. All right. Did you do any baseball drafts this offseason? I remember you had a really good. Yeah, people forget that. I made it to the baseball finals that year. I do have an MLB team or two. I have 5. Oh, one of them's in first place. Brock, how are we doing? Let me know. This team's in first place. What are we saying? We got Zach Wheeler, Cole Ragans, Yoshinobu Yamamoto, Sandy Alcantara, Clay Holmes, Nathan Eovaldi, Merrill Kelly, Gunnar Henderson, Rafael Devers, Ozzy Albies, Volpe, Jersey Boy Volpe, Dansby Swanson, Tommy Edman, Luis Garcia. I don't know if I'm allocating positions well, but Tatis, Cruz, Springer, Conforto, Donovan, Jordan Walker. I don't know. Seems too light on outfield, but I don't know. Let me know how that looks to you. Do I have anything else live? I don't think so. I got no NBA. Danny, let me know. I gotta hop in some. I know you're in Canada, of course. But this is kind of a dumb question. I was gonna ask if you're in any NBA playoff drafts, because I think that would be kind of right up your alley. I don't think I've done any of those yet, but I would like to. New coach says he wants to look at all his backs and we get an ADP drop. Yeah, I agree. Doing any big board drafts? Not right this second. Who is your deep rookie sleeper? It seems like most analysts have Kyle Williams. At wide receiver, I really like Torrey Horton as like a sleeper, and then at running back, I like Jaden Blue out of Texas. Hell yeah. White boy, Isaac Tesla? He's fun. He said, wait, this team is elite. Henderson's going to be awesome as he gets healthier. You got the discount on Alcantara off Tommy John. All right, hell yeah. Definitely need to up my volume if I'm low-key frying. You said you'll do them in New Jersey? Yeah, me and Danny and Bush are going to meet in person for the first time next week. We'll be out there for BDGE's trivia event, or like creator tournament, whatever it is called. That should be very fun. I'm still debating if I'm going to buy a hotel. I can train in and out, but I don't know if there's vibes after we record and stuff. I might stay the night at a hotel or whatever, just hang out, get work done, not have to take the commute in the next morning either. But all right, I think that's it. Appreciate you guys coming out here. Felt good to knock off the rust. Streams are a different animal, man. They're a different animal. Where you are out here, trying to captivate an audience for like an hour of just running off a stream of consciousness. But that was it for today. We're getting back into the content grind. I know that we were a little bit sporadic there, but happy to get back to posting videos. Happy to get back to streaming. We have the NFL draft in a couple of weeks here. It is a great time to be subscribed to the Ron Stewart YouTube channel. Make sure you're subscribed. Appreciate you guys for coming out here. As always, check out Underdog Fantasy. Check out patreon.com/Ron Stewart for rookie rankings, rookie modeling, all of that good stuff. But with that being said, I will see you guys in the next one.